people of the world out there in Cyberland or
cyberspace. People said that in the 90s.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like, what would you say for a podcast, though? What would it be? Like Radioland? Well,
No.
not Radioland.
Well,
It would still be the internet.
that's a reasonable question. I think I would just say listeners.
Hello, listeners.
Hello, listeners.
This is episode 2 of the Shayne and I podcast, otherwise known as Love and Stuff.
So there's also a video component of this.
There is.
So we could say hi to the viewers as well.
Hi, viewers.
Hey, viewers.
We're doing another episode of Love and Stuff. Hello, Instagram. If anybody's watching, I don't know if anybody's watching that shit.
Dude, we're fancy. We got listeners, viewers, and Instagram.
And Instagram Live.
Nice.
We are live on the Instagram right now. Anyway, we are here. We're doing episode 2 of Love and Stuff. We have a fancy question, and if anybody's watching out there on Instagram, if you want to email us a question, you can. That's how we get most of our stuff. But the Croatians want to know. The Croatians really want to know. Public displays of affection. Are they okay in a long-term relationship? Or is it just good when it's like the beginning of a relationship?
So that was the question?
Yeah.
Like, once we've been doing this for a while, is it okay to do PDA?
Yeah. Like, once you've been with somebody, see, all my relationships have all been short-term, right?
Yeah.
So, like, there's a little PDA, there's a little, like, getting to know you. It's like, that's the whole fun part about it. But, like, long-term relationship, like, when you're with your fiance, do you guys still, like, try to make out at Walmart?
No. Because who wants to see that? We're polite.
People do that at Walmart, though.
I know, but fuck those people. We're polite, decent human beings. Nobody wants to see two randoms just making out in the freaking lingerie section at Walmart. Yeah.
There's a lingerie section at Walmart?
There's an everything section at Walmart.
That's
The
just a
lingerie
little weird.
section's right next to the scrub section. I know this because my fiance gets her scrubs there.
Right, well, yeah.
And I just stand there awkwardly while she's looking at scrubs, and I'm just next to the lingerie section. And I'm like, I feel like a creeper right now.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
That's big creeper status. But you got an excuse because you're like, that girl right there, she's, with me. I'm with her.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I got the ADD, so I just sort of start wandering around, and next thing you know, I'm actually like in the middle of the lingerie section, like playing with the merchandise, because I've just sort of got distracted and ended up there.
Right, I can see how that could happen.
Yeah.
So like, back to what we're talking about, public displays of affection, yay or nay. So kind of my take on it, like I said, is like, it's okay in the beginning. Like, you're trying to sort of show them that you actually care. Me personally, I ain't down with a lot of like holding hands and a lot of like all that jazz in public.
I think holding hands is okay.
Right.
It's very minimal, and it's not necessarily yes, it is necessarily a display of affection.
Right.
But it's not necking in the middle of Walmart.
Right. I just got an image of some girl weighing like a lot and some dude, really skinny, white trash dude, just necking. I haven't heard the phrase necking in a long
while,
time.
yeah.
Just necking in the middle of a Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the fishing section.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, right there in the outdoors section.
Yeah.
Right next to the machetes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just necking.
Yeah.
So is that an over-the-top? Would that be considered an over-the-top public display of affection? Minus the Walmart.
Well, I mean, so here's what it comes down to. Just imagine anywhere you might be today.
Right.
Maybe you're listening to this while you're out shopping at any old place.
Walmart,
Sports Authority. Are they still around?
Dick's.
That's Dick's Sporting Goods, just so nobody gets confused. But
Costco.
So
you're out and about. We're just saying you're out and about. You're on the town.
You're at the mall, whatever, and you look over and you see two random human beings just sucking face, and you don't want to see that. It makes you feel uncomfortable.
It makes me feel uncomfortable all the time.
I feel like I see it, and I'm like, I should look away.
Right.
Like I shouldn't invade their private moment. But
why is their private
who the
moment
fuck are they to have a private moment in public?
Exactly. Yeah. That's my philosophy too.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I'm down with PDA. Like in the beginning of a relationship, I think it's necessary. But when you've been with a woman, and this is beyond my experience, so I'm just, hypothetically saying. Ooh, I used a fancy word there, hypothetical. I'm just saying, hypothetically saying, if I was in a long-term relationship, 4, 5, 6 years down the road, I don't think me and the missus, see, I saved from saying old lady, me and the missus would dig public displays of affection as much.
No, and I'll tell you, my old lady and I, see, I started with old lady.
You stole it from me.
Yeah, my old lady and I, we do minimal public displays of affection, and they're not, it's not us flaunting our passion for each other.
Right.
It's what, here, we can do an example right here.
No, we're not doing an example.
Okay, fine, we won't do an example.
You just chill out right there.
But, it'll be like, I'll like reach over and I'll just give her a kiss.
Right.
We're in public, and
but
that's
you're not
it.
going to just like French her deeply in like standing in line at the quick out.
No.
You have 10 items or less or something.
No,
like that.
nobody wants to see that.
You're not going to grab her ass and.
I'm not gonna lie, I've done that, but not like the whole gross, like we're feeling each other up. And,
right. The way kids do. The way you see teenagers.
The way children do. Yeah. And it's not like that. But I might like say we're kind of out of sight of people.
Right.
We're in the scrubs section. We're kind of behind a row
I mean,
of
that's
scrubs.
that's all incognito though.
I might reach over, give her a little pinch on the bum.
Right.
Yeah.
But that all kind of makes it fun. Then you go somewhere. Then you go somewhere a little more secluded, and maybe you start doing a little more than that.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, maybe you're all naked, and you're having a little fun at the Walmart in the scrub section where nobody's seeing you.
I'm going to tell you something. There are other people in the scrub section, and if I'm getting naked in the scrub section of Walmart, somebody's seeing my butt. Someone's going to see my butt.
Well, I mean...
And nobody wants to see my butt.
Well, no. I wouldn't want to see your butt.
No.
Personally. So...
And we used to live together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a time.
Yeah.
But, so... I think we're both in kind of agreement that this whole public displays of affection is cool in the beginning, but later on you don't want to be that couple. I
disagree. I don't think it is cool in the beginning.
You don't think it's cool
in the beginning? Even in the beginning passion stage, I think, who the fuck are you to, and I don't mean you, Shayne, but I'm just saying.
I'm single, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying the theoretical you that I'm talking to.
Right.
Who the fuck are you to impose your disgusting, like fucking, like teenage direction to me?
Right.
I don't want to see, and I mean that also figuratively.
I know what you mean.
I know nobody's actually waving their wiener
I see what
around.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Right. I see what you're saying because I don't really like seeing it myself, right? And it's always the couples you really don't want to see that are doing it. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, like, a heavy-set woman, some skinny dude going at it in the hunting section of Walmart.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's always couples like that.
I have an exception to this.
All right. I will hear your exception.
I like seeing, and not when they're being gross, but I like seeing old people doing a public display of affection because it makes me think, hey, maybe when I'm that old,
I could be that cool?
I can be that cool.
I like it too. I like the old people too. But see, here's the thing. As a single man, and you're dating some woman, you finished that. Good job.
That was delicious.
As a single man, and when you're dating some woman, I think in the beginning stages of dating, women get the wrong idea when you want to like nonchalantly hold their hand out in public. They think like you're making some big commitment that you're gonna want to get married in like 2 months.
Well,
or am I just jaded? I could be jaded.
Are you inclined towards hand holding new into a relationship?
I am not actually in public, but I've done it a few times, and both the times that I have done it, women have seemed to think that I wanted to take it to a level that I didn't want to take it. I was just looking to have some fun. And I figured holding hands out in public, why not? Because we're together. Yeah. I'm paying for everything while we're out.
Here's the thing about hand holding. It seems like such a minor little thing.
Like a foot massage.
Yeah, it's just that, here, let's hold hands.
I'm not going to hold your hand.
It's just the touching of hands. I'm not going to hold your hand. It's just the touching of hands.
Well, I get it. It's like a foot massage.
It's not like a foot massage, though, because it's just the touching of hands. But here's the thing about hand holding. There's nothing about it that's actually pleasurable.
Right.
You're not getting anything out of it.
Nothing at all.
It's purely a statement of intimacy.
Right.
With nothing else attached.
Right.
No sexiness or anything else. Right. Just pure intimacy. And that can actually freak some people out. That's been
my experience.
Yeah, if I was early in a relationship and a girl wanted to hold my hand,
right.
like I would, so yeah, I've been in this situation and I did it because I wanted to do other things than hold hands.
Yeah, so did I.
But I felt very uncomfortable holding hands because I didn't actually want to be that intimate with the person. And
it's almost just it's easier for me to say, hey, why don't we go back to your place, let me bend you over your bed and do you backwards, rather than trying to hold her hand.
I feel like that's more appropriate.
Right.
Honestly, I think that's, and I'm going to reach out to the people of the internet. I know not everybody is down for all sorts of sexy time and all that. Some people like to hold out for marriage and whatnot.
Yeah, those people are.
Well, hey,
I just met a girl. Here's a funny story. Let me finish this funny story. I got a funny story.
You're cutting me off in the middle.
Yes, I did, because I just remembered.
You can get to your funny story in a second.
Fine, finish what you're going to say.
And to each his own. You know, if you're down for holding out or whatever with the sexiness, good for you. But damn it, I forgot what I was saying.
Okay. Can I say what I was going to say? Maybe you'll remember when I'm done?
Yes.
Okay. So last week was 4th of July.
Yeah, it was. Okay,
we had a little party at my house. And there was a girl there. I didn't try to hit on her or nothing like that because she was really young. And I'm not a creepy guy and I don't go trying to hit on 19-year-old girls. But she was there and I was talking to her. I think I was helping her. I was making her a hamburger or something like that. And we were talking. It turns out this girl got married right when she was 18. And I was like, really? How long were you guys dating? And she was like, oh, all through high school. And we decided, like, right when we were 18, we were going to marry each other. And I was like, there was a part of me that was just like, hey, wow, that's great. You found your love.
Right, the love story, yeah.
The other part of me, the more realistic part of me, I think, or maybe the cynical part of me, I don't know which one, was like, you're going to be divorced by the time you're 25.
Well, were they still together then?
She just turned 19, so they'd been married for like a year.
Hey, if you can make it a year, you can make it a year and a day.
Right, but I still say, I actually made a bet with my roommate that she'd be divorced by the time she was 25.
That's a long-term bet.
Yeah.
You got to stick around for like the next 6 years to see how that bet goes.
Yeah, I may actually have to figure out what her name was too.
Yeah.
That might actually be good too.
Yeah, there is that.
Anyway.
Wait. So I was in the middle of saying something.
Yeah, you were.
And I still can't remember what it was, but I think if I just start talking, it's going to come back to me.
If you just start talking.
Because we were talking, here's what spurred it for me. You had mentioned something about bending a nice lady over and doing something to her backwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over her bed.
Yes.
Like her bed's right here, and then you walk in behind her, you bend her over the bed. Anyway.
Right. And I was saying that's actually more appropriate, I feel, early in the passionate stage of a relationship than holding hands.
Right.
Nowadays, and this is what I was going to say, nowadays I've been with my fiance for 5.5 years, and we hold hands all the fucking time.
Right.
We are hand holders.
It's 5.5 years. It's 5.5 years.
We're crazy hand holders.
It is disgusting.
I know. But we weren't doing any hand holding for the first couple of years.
Right.
If we wanted to show each other affection, pants were coming off. We weren't holding hands.
That's the way you do it.
I honestly don't think we started holding hands on the regular until we got engaged.
Hey, look, Francisco joined.
Ha Francisco, you're my man. Yeah, I miss Francisco. I haven't seen him in forever, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to school. We're giving him a shout out. He's going to school in.
Are you in Hungary, man?
No, not in Hungary. He's going to school in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Well, he was in Hungary for a summer.
I know.
How was Hungary? Hey, man. Can you comment on Instagram Live?
It says right there, comment.
Yeah, comment. Tell us how Hungary was.
So anyway, back to our show.
Yeah.
Because we're recording still. We got 5 minutes. There's our sign. 5 minutes to go. What's that sign?
Oh, there's the 15-minute.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it 15 minutes?
We're 15 minutes into this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we've been going for a little while. Yeah. Where were we?
Well, I was talking about how Kira and I hold hands nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays.
But how early in the relationship, that wasn't appropriate. It was more appropriate to take off each other's pants.
Right. See, I can dig that.
Yeah. And
I understand that. The whole public display of affection comes after you're comfortable with somebody, and maybe that's why I really haven't experienced with it, because all my I think the longest relationship I've ever been in was like a year and a half.
Well,
so
I think some of the grossest public displays of affection comes before you're comfortable with someone, when you're just
trying to show off.
You're just trying to show off, and you're like,
you know what it's like? You know what it's like?
Tell me what it's like.
It's like when you're first dating somebody and you're playing relationship chicken. Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Where like your friend comes up to you and he says, "Hey, I got a great idea. Let's all go to the strip club tonight." And you and your girlfriend just kind of stare at each other for a second, and you're both thinking you probably shouldn't go, but you both say yes and you go anyway.
I have no experience with that.
Either do I. I just saw it on a TV show. But
oh, okay.
But it's like that. I don't know what we were just talking about. So
I don't like strip clubs.
I think they're fun.
I just really dislike them.
I think they're fun when you go with somebody that gets more drunk by the lap dance, and it's fun to watch.
I think it's silly to go somewhere, pay $15 just to get in the door.
Sometimes it's 25, 15. Where are you going? It's like cheap.
This was like 10 years ago in Denver.
Going to like the Roaring 20s?
This was 10 years ago in Denver, and no, it was not a spectacular club. But I don't want to pay $15, $20, $25 just to get in the door and sit around and try to get some lady's attention with money and then throw...
You don't try, they come to you.
Oh, but there's all these other people who also have money in their hands.
Right.
And then finally I get the lady's attention with my money, and I just give her some bills.
Right.
And you know what she does?
She takes her clothes off for you.
No, her clothes were already off. She just sort of waves her gross vagina in my face. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not down with this. This is just not my thing.
You went to the wrong strip club, number one. Right? Strip clubs in Denver. I've been to strip clubs in Denver, and yeah, let's just leave it at that. Anyway, if you go to a real strip club like in the city, there's some fun times. I don't go all the time. I need to make that clear. I don't go all the time. But when I go, I like to go to like the Penthouse or someplace like that where it's fun.
Well,
and here's the thing you got to wrap your head around strip clubs.
Okay.
It's like gambling, right? You know when you go and gamble, you're going to lose some money, right? You may not win some money. You're going to probably lose, and you got to be okay with the money that you're going to lose.
Yeah, the house always wins.
All right.
Yeah.
Same thing with strippers and strip clubs. You're going to lose some money. You might as well have some fun with a few lap dances and lose your money.
And here's the worst part. After all of this, after surrendering all that money, after taking hours of my life between commuting, parking, spending time in there, driving back home, all of this, after all of this, I finally get home, and what am I going to do? I'm going to turn on some porno and rub one out.
Right.
I could have saved all that.
Unless you have some on the side that you could call up.
Whatever. I could have saved all that money and just skipped right to the point.
But see, the thing with strip clubs is there like a bonding experience when you go with you and your buddies, right? It's like a male bonding experience. Like, hey, did you see that one chick?
Having random vaginas in my face does
How
not.
is that not?
is not a bonding. First of all, I'll tell you how it's not fun. It's just a random vagina in your face. No.
It's random vagina.
But it's just
better than random vagina.
Listen, I'm trying to say this without being like vulgar or sexist or anything. I'm trying to be a good guy here. But here's basically the deal is, if I'm gonna come upon a random vagina, I don't want it to just wave in my face and then go somewhere else.
Come upon a random.
There's a lot of stuff I want to do there, but I don't want to just get it waved in my face and then go to the next guy and get it waved in his face and then call it a bonding experience. Because you know what we're all gonna do after this bonding experience? We're all gonna go each to our individual homes, turn on some porno and rub one out. Because that's what you do, unless you have a little something on the side.
Or a little more money, and you could be like, here's a little more money, let's go to one of them private rooms and show me what's going on in them private rooms. You never see, strip club is a lot like gambling, man. You gotta learn, you gotta figure out what you're playing, what your odds are and what you're playing against. See, what you're playing against is you're playing against that other dorky dude next to you who might have a little more money than you, but you gotta be a better talker.
A better talker?
And you gotta have more,
if I was a stripper, I don't care how good a talker you are, I'm going to the guy with more money to wave my vagina in their face.
I don't know, I've been to a strip club with like $100 and I've got some, never mind. I'm not gonna go into that.
All right.
Anyway, we got way off track.
This diverged, yeah.
Right. I think that counts as other stuff.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Of other stuff.
Yeah.
But we got the 10 light. We've been going for, I don't know what that light means.
We've been going for 20.
We've been going for 20?
Yeah.
I think that's a good time to wrap this up.
It could be.
Yeah. I think we should wrap this up and call it a podcast.
Yeah, but let's summarize.
Summarize. You summarize.
All right.
Look at Francisco right there.
Yeah, Francisco, you're my boy.
Summarize to him.
So, all right. So, public displays of affection can be really gross, especially if you're necking in Walmart.
In the
outdoor section next to the machetes.
Yes.
But hand holding can be okay if you're in a very committed, intimate relationship.
Right, but before I said hand holding, it is better to say to the girl, let's just go back to your place and let me bend you over backwards on the front of your bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's more appropriate
than trying to hold her
earlier
hands
on in a relationship than holding.
Yeah.
I really hope there's not like some kid in high school listening to me right now. Because if you're in high school, I'm going to tell you what, it's more appropriate to hold hands. These things change.
You know what kids are like these days?
These things change as you get older.
I don't know. You know what kids are like these days?
I don't know what kids are like these days.
You got to watch some of them shows on Netflix.
I haven't been in high school for like 15 years.
I know. You should watch some Netflix shows and find out. Kids are horrible.
Well, anyway. So, and then
high school kids. High school kids are horrible.
And then Shayne and I have differing opinions on strip clubs.
Yes.
I think they're gross and
wasteful. Enjoy them, and if you could ever go to them, you should go.
I disagree. Hey, go once. You know, I went twice. I figured the first time, hey, maybe I just had a bad experience. After the second time, I had the same experience. Just random gross vagina in my face.
And it's not like I go every weekend. I'm not one of those guys.
No, I know. I understand that.
Those guys I wonder about.
It's just not my thing.
So that is our episode. Our podcast should be available soon on SoundCloud and all that other stuff, iTunes, and what else?
Stuff
you could download stuff on?
Flipper, what's it called? Stitcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be available soon on Stitcher, SoundCloud, and iTunes.
Though by the time you get this, it will actually be available now on those because you will have downloaded it from those.
And you can listen to us talk about love and stuff because the crazy Croatian people want us to, they think Max is some kind of love expert.
I am.
Okay.
But not, hey, folks out there, listeners, rate us, give us a rating, drop some comments or whatnot. I don't know if you can do that on these.
They could do it. They could just go to one of our little videos and drop a comment.
Yeah,
and say,
and
yo, you guys suck.
Check out Shayne and I, the
YouTube.
Shayne and I channel on YouTube. That's SHAYNE.
Yes.
Ampersand.
Yes.
I.
Yes. On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Right. We have 50 videos.
We have to have more than that.
No, we have 50.
We have 50 videos.
Yes.
Oh, we've been doing this for like exactly a year, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, we got to go. That's it. That's our show. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
And have a nice. Let's take them out at the same time with a have a nice day. And have a nice day.